Take a look at a sample resume provided by This Way to CPA. And the first thing I want to point out up front is that notice how it's a single column. It's one easy to read top to bottom view. It starts out with a header that includes a bright, bold contact name at the top along with key information. We have a profile section. On this resume, it's called Summary of Qualifications, but you can just call it Profile. And this is your elevator pitch. This is a 1 to 2 sentence summary of who you are as a candidate. One way to think about this is, what would you say to entice a reader to keep reading and get to know you more in the bottom part of the resume? Key details that an accounting student can include in the profile section is that you are an aspiring CPA, for instance. Include details about your plan for attaining 150 credits. We can talk about that nuance with you. And you also want to include any critical skills that you may already possess. For instance, if you've already interned or worked in an accounting role, or if you have experience with critical skills like Excel or QuickBooks, that could be important enough to include in your profile section. Your education section should include any college experience. If you're a transfer student, you want to place St. Peter's University at the top, and then the school that you transferred from below. You want to include any honors or activities such as Dean's List, scholarships. A note on your GPA. If your cumulative or major GPA is 3.0 or above, you should list these metrics. You should talk with CEEL and your advisor about this nuance. The key insight here is that the GPA is a signal, on paper at least, to the quality of candidate that you are. It's one metric, but it is an important metric, and recruiters and hiring managers will look at that metric. Use bullets to make all of this content easier to read. Work experience is meant to showcase any prior, typically paid experience. Note the formatting. Note that each section in the resume, including in this instance work experience, which is shown on the screen here, has this section title bolded, all caps, with an underline. It just easily sort of visually sets off the section to the reader. Notice that the role title is italicized, the employer is bolded underneath the role title, and then the dates and location of the employer are right aligned. And then notice the bullet points, the descriptions of what this work experience entailed. It's all action oriented, and we lead with verbs. You can have other sections like technical skills or skills and interests or school activities or leadership and volunteering. These sections should include details that help highlight why you're a good candidate. Experience with Excel, experience with QuickBooks, additional languages you may know. Whether you have customer or client service or management experience would also be helpful to highlight for an accounting candidate. So keep in touch with questions. Check the comments below the video for contact details and social media links. You should be leveraging resources on campus, including your faculty advisors and CEEL. And I do have some links in the comments of the video below to help you find some of those resources. Remember, just get started.